I've been waiting years for this.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Right, let's actually, right, live chat. Pop out the chat, get the link. Paste it in. Studio mode, go here. That's my head. Don't accidentally click stop streaming. Get the video game up. I will be sure. I will endeavour to be with you as soon as I can. I've made a slight critical error, I think. Or have... No, I haven't. No, I haven't. It's EA Play now, not Origin. I was going to say, where the fuck has it gone? Where has the game gone? I've not made that one before. I've got to be honest. I've not made that mistake before. Right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't ask me to log in again. I've just fucking done it. Right. Right. Type in the video game. Yes, EA, I accept whatever you're forcing on me. video game is there. Sorry, everyone. I'm not. I had to. Okay, that's not static from my headphones. That's the cat scratching the door. Wouldn't be a fucking stream without it. In, out. There you go. I knew you were going to say that. Hang on. Don't worry. Right, do you know what? I may as well at least let you see. Here we go. How are we doing today? Right. Right. Launch the game. Can't actually. Do you know what? You can't actually stream a game until you launch it. Yep. Horrible BioWare logo. Right. Right. Game capture. Properties. Capture specific window. Mass Effect 2. Application audio. Mass Effect 2. So far, no game has appeared. I think it's appeared now. Right, so there we go. I'm apparently being right. Okay then, let's do the actual stream bit. Hello everyone. How are we all doing today? I've probably already asked that. Let's have a look. Clowns. Cameron is in the middle of a forest of the West Highland Way. Good luck on your. I thought I said good luck on your luck. I've been waiting years for this airplane toilet flush. The please stand by imagery is too melancholy. What, you think the frog is in a few fairly depressing scenarios? I scratched the door because I want to. Not my week to be. What's up? What's up? What is troubling the only actual moderator that has ever been in this chat? The only one to do any actual moderating. What's troubling you, or is it all shit? You can't really. Is it, or is it just this sort of bad week type thing? Which that's a valid thing as well. You can have a shit week. So right, load game. Sometimes bad vibes just happen. How's the weather over in Cornwall? Disgusting. I've been absolutely battered with wind and rain because I dare be someone who likes to like venture outside. So to do that, at least yesterday, was awful. It was just constantly getting destroyed and attacked by things. Right, this is my shepherd. He has a mustache. If you're wondering why, it's because I tried to make Herbert. This is a character from like
Grunt seems very agitated. You
many
may want to check in on him.
an age ago. Right, let's have a look. Right. Please let me know if the music is overpowering me. It's just going back to work after a week off is just, ugh. I'm good at work, but when I'm done, I have no energy. Just want to sleep when I get home, and housework just piles up. It's just grueling. That's why we're going to have automation in future, so that you can have a machine do all the clearing up shit for you. The music. That's partly why this is that I'm doing a mining. I'm basic. I feel bad. You're not even really getting a proper stream out of me. I'm basically using this as an excuse to listen to a top 5 relaxation song for me. Like, this is something that is. It's not my most used one. Like, again, any Fallout 1 song would probably, or track would be used over this. For the most part, like the 2 or 3 of them I listen to, but this is up there. I do love this song. AI generated cat girl mates. Sunshine, rain, wind, sweltering heat, freezing wasteland, withering crops, dying Brahmin, ugly children. Hang on. No, dear boy, not right. Let's read the law for Immorcan, a standard methane ammonia gas giant. Immorcan is the main source of helium-free fuel for ships coming to or from Omega. That's not the character from Bad Batch. That's the city area where. I don't need to explain this to all of you. You've seen Stephen's stream. Morkan is also widely known for its layover stations where pirates in a hurry can find fuel. And gambling and sexual companionship at any... I can't be talking about that at 7 fucking PM. Looks like my lucky marble I lost in 73. Right. I think I've already mined the hell out of this planet. Probably what I was doing last time I played. No, I can't waste a precious probe. I've got to launch it on something that. Just fly into the sun. Can't even buy it. I can't even mine planets properly. It turns out I've already fucking done them all. Secretly practicing. It wasn't intentional, but what was this? Unexplored. Sarapai, ever upward, is the second planet orbiting the white star Tasra. Sarapai's pressure cooker atmosphere. I just keep thinking Yappa Pie or whatever that Hulk Hogan promo was. pressure cooker atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane serves as a greenhouse to an already boiling hot surface. Cobalt compounds are frequently found on its crust, giving spectacular blue tinges to its land. Scans from orbital probes indicate its crust contains deposits of platinum, likely to be as unexploited as its sister planet. I don't want to pronounce Pahur. It just, I don't know. Its sister planet has a name that sounds fuck all like it. Oh, it's rich.
Launching probe.
This is a trinket, brother, a Christmas ornament. I want the title that the Great Malta has. So how's everyone's brain doing today?
Probe away.
How's everyone's wellness been? Are we keeping well? Medium well? You'll find, to be fair, this planet does look very Death Star. If I have it there.
Probe launched.
You kind of just rub the planet until it sort of gives you what you want.
Probe away.
Oh, okay, ate too much and feel kind of ill. Thinking about clowning up, but I don't know if I can be asked. I mean, if you have the energy to, you might as well, because you may honestly just end up feeling a bit better from doing something that you know is creatively endeavoured for you. Or is a good creative endeavour for you, I should... I did pass my English, I promise. Endeavour, you know, like the yeah, like the wrestling MMA.
Launching probe.
Do you know what I like, Dan? I like seeing that scanner result drop all the way down to poor. I want to see this planet just yanked of all its resources. I don't want anything good to be left on this planet. Which sounds a little bit freezery, but you know.
Probe launched.
You're doing it for Cerberus. You don't know that. You can't just assume. I mean, to be fair, the game is you working. To be fair, the elusive man does have a very nice voice. It's a very relaxing voice. But he is very evil, but he has a lovely speaking voice.
Probe launched.
Wrestling is just MMA where the stars have less health problems and more progressive politics. Lily, I knew you were gonna fucking say it was a toss up between Hitler or Mussolini.
Probe away.
You can't make jokes like that anyway on YouTube. It'll get you demonetized, or actually no, it'll get you demonetized if you do that or include footage of Lord of the Rings for like 2 seconds.
Probe away.
Oh. So the problem is I can't spell linguini. Probe launched. Probe away. I'm gonna get probed. This planet is in way too good condition. It needs to, like, I like my planets to look awful by the time I'm done mining them. I need it to be. It needs to be below moderate for sure. Come on. Where's? Ah, there we go. It's the underbelly of the planet.
Probe launched.
There we go. How are you enjoying Mass Effect? I'm not actually playing Mass Effect, sure. I am. Also, hello, Sean. How you doing? Happy. This would be happy 2-day belated birthday. I don't know how many times I can say happy birthday to the same person, but happy birthday. Is that a Carl Pilkington shirt? I don't know if the camera is flipped. Hang on a second. But what the fuck is a plate doing on the floor? Hang on. It says, right, don't want to stand up lest I risk looking like I'm trying to do something dodgy. It's a Carl shirt and it says, I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse on it. I'm glad. I knew you'd notice if it was a Carl shirt, because I know that we've watched those fucking those like questions for Carl videos. It'll be like a 4-hour compilation of them. Oh, it's the sister moon planet. It's basically a moon if it's a rock planet, isn't it? I mean it's something that for some reason is spherical and it's in a big black void. I think you can just consider it a moon if it's rock. I can't enjoy most stuff Carla's in these. Well, if it means anything to you, like Moaning of Life is a really good show, and it because Carl and Ricky haven't actually made any like collaborations since Ricky made Derek, I believe. I'd show that I have a very mixed feeling about that show a lot of the time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that one's a topic for another time because that gets into sort of like, I don't know. I just find there's something about Derek I just find oddly exploitative, but you know, yeah, it's and yeah, Moaning of Life is completely separate from Ricky, and it's like Carl just like exploring things that like he wants to explore. It's actually it's actually really good, and he did do like an actual like TV show like where it was like he was playing like a fictionalized version of himself called like I think it's called Sick of It. I don't know, I quite like Carl's stuff still, but it doesn't help that Ricky is a bit of a cunt. I want that one that says I could eat a night. That music is so calm. It is. I love this music. Again, why do you think I'm doing a mining stream? I've listened to this music for multiple days on end before. 2 hours or so is practically nothing. Oh no, I love. It's just Jarvis. Yeah, I've got to be honest. He's not exactly my my favourite turf either, to be completely honest. I forgot to scan. Right, is this a rich planet? Oh, it's rich.
Launching probe.
He's always the weakest part of the clips, and like there is plenty of stuff on like XFM as well, where if you go back and look at it, a lot of the time it kind of just devolves into like Ricky says something to be a bit of a cunt. Carl is confused about why he's harping on about it so much, and Steve kind of doesn't know what to say, like or he just like, or he will go after Ricky. I don't know. I personally found like a lot of the XFM stuff is either really fucking funny or it's just really awkward. There is no in between with it, which is probably why people like our live streams.
Probe away.
Right, I really need to find one.
Launching probe.
It's the stream Stephen threatened with but never gave us. Just chill. Yeah, exact. Like, I don't know. I'm happy to do streams like this. That I find this quite relaxing. I'm saying this now, and I can almost guarantee I know exactly what's going to happen. I feel like Stephen's the kind of person who would like, and this isn't me accusing you of anything. You know, I love you, fella. But like, I feel like I could see you seeing this thing going, okay, then I'm going to do a 24-hour version. I know you're at least planning that for New Vegas, so you know you can always call me out on that if you fancy.
Probe away. Probe launched.
You're really lacking elements. Yeah, it's like you get so much other shit, and then you get like the tiniest bit of element 0. I've admittedly not fully played through Mass Effect 2. I've only ever watched the streams of it, obviously, and played through Mass Effect 1. How do you get fucking element 0? Is it just like you do quests and then eventually there's a point in the story where some fella gives you like a big box of Ezo? Is it the copyright-free version of Chemical X? I requested Sunday morning mining streams for like 2 years, but Sam finally delivered where Stephen wouldn't. It's fun. I'm sure you'll get the... If not that, I know for a fact he's going to end up doing some stupidly long New Vegas stream when he get... Like, honestly, I can imagine he is going to go through basically anyone who's ever breathed near the channel, because I am not fucking staying up 24 hours to do a stream. I wouldn't fucking... No. But that would be the kind of thing where it would be like, you do it, then you go to sleep, then you wake up, then you put the headset back on again and you rejoin the call.
Launching probe.
Oh, I'm running out of fucking probes.
Launching probe.
Just found out that I can play all the Mass Effect trilogy and Andromeda with Game Pass, and now, given I've kept myself largely unaware of the franchise, how much of an evil cunt I could be. I don't know, like, because of like Paragon Renegade, it does make it fairly obvious what the cunt decisions are, which I guess you could say is a rare criticism. But I don't know, I personally like to know when I'm making the cunt decisions, because otherwise, something that Stephen has moaned about quite often, I'm bringing him up to that, I'm pining for him. Something that Stephen says quite a bit is that, like, you know, like Fallout 3, it's like you pick something that's slightly, like, sassy, I guess, and then you, and then what you get is you say that and then the NPC is like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, you've ruined my life. You must apologise to me to continue the quest. Fucking hell, what a cunt of a game. Well, I'd rather an NPC just turn hostile on me, to be honest, rather than get sassed by them and have to be like, oh, I'm really sorry, I should have been nicer to you.
Probe launched. Probe away.
So, I might do one eventually, but I need a day's sleep after, and I don't think I would have viewers all the way. I guess, to use the old saying, it depends. I mean, you know, it may, like, what you'd find is the people that drag further into the night are probably will end up being a lot of the more American of people, and then you'd get, and then you'd get if people were still like, oh, I need to catch up with all the stream that I can, or see all the stream that I can, you'd probably get people who wake up in like the UK tuning in as early as possible, and you know, like, I don't know. I don't know when most people wake up though. Like, I wake up like 7. I think if I were to drag you into a stream, it'd be if I tried the classic Fallout games again, just because I don't think my puny brain to shrivel and fall out my arse thinking how to progress. Once you become comfortable with Fallout 1, or any Fallout game for that matter, it is going to be the kind of game you want to replay. Like, it is, for some reason with those games, and it's probably why I haven't, even though I love Fallout 2, I've always been scared to play it. And playing it on stream and completing it on stream, which, I will be honest, it shouldn't have been as stressful as it was, but I did find it stressful, because it was like, oh my god, I have never done the oil rig before. This is actually terrifying.
Launching probe.
Right, that's the planet done now, surely. Oh, it's entirely depleted. Dialogue options in games should just be boiled down to yes, no, sarcastic, more inf. I love the Fallout 4 system. It's absolutely amazing, and I really like settlement building. I want to make a small game where every option is purposefully misleading. My parents are dead, and you pick "I'm sorry," and your character goes, "I'm sorry you didn't die along with them," and you spit. Just go, you cunt. Should have fucking went with them. And then it's like, and then your character gets the little devil logo appear in the corner. I actually like settlement. I know, but it's just the fact that, like, I don't know. Again, I've had this rant at you before, Lily. I've just seen too much of it. I've said from both you and Stephen. I've seen too much. I've seen how much time he's put into fucking thousands of hours into a game, just so that you can see John Settler walk around next to an armor stand, or we're gonna make a big pit for raiders to fight. I don't know. I don't know. But I honestly just think, rather than half-arse it, I think if they're going to do a settlement thing, I think they may just need to devote a whole game to, because I don't know what it is. Every time I look at it, my brain just goes, that system is really half-baked. And I don't know, I just seen too much of it. But it's fine. It's you're getting through the quests, which is I envy you. Sorry if I've already read this, Oda, but not sorry if I haven't, because that means you're getting it read. I envy you. I have difficulties getting up at 6:30 because I can't go to sleep early enough because I don't have any time for myself in the evening, so I stay up too late. A bad circle of trying to get time and using time I don't have. It doesn't sound very fun. It doesn't sound very fun at all. Like, I do have that problem on and off as well. Like, sometimes where it's like, a lot of the time it's when I decide I want to go to bed early, and I'll go, okay, I'm just going to go to sleep, and then you just lay there, and the next thing you know, you get your phone, you look at it, and you go, oh bollocks, oh no, it is 4:30 in the morning, and I've still not got off to sleep. That's what it's like having children and a house to clean. I don't know. Oh yeah, it needs mods to make it fun. I've got to be honest, Oda, and I know it isn't the case because I've spoke to you verbally, but I've got to be honest. A lot of your like comments, and I think I just assume this from most people who use like normal writing for comments, because you know how like most comments you get, it's like someone typing in all lowercase or they're putting like laughing things. Because you just type like a normal human being, it kind of just ends up looking really grumpy, and it's I'm thinking like, I didn't say that you weren't doing anything. No. It's fine. I can imagine it feels a little bit like you just can't get any time to yourself as well. No, there's no point scanning a gas giant. You're just a big marble that looks like mustard. Sounds like autism to me. Both run on the dry text sounds grumpy way of... I'm not asking you to change the way you speak, by the way. I'm not. I'm like, that would be me being a massive cunt. It's more just me pointing out an observation that when I see people type like that, I have to tell myself it's not someone being grumpy, because otherwise I'd assume that every fucker typing to me in like the Queen's English and not like hello mate, how you doing? I have to just tell myself, no, it's just someone typing like a normal human being. Sounds like autism. It's the King's thing. Not till May. I'll be more... No, you don't have to correct... You don't have to change anything. It's me just pointing out an observation that, like... It is funny to read, like, it does, because knowing that you're not like a grumpy fucker in reality makes it funnier. But like, I like thinking that like when you sit down and you type things, like you put all your grumpiness into your words, and then when you speak to people, that's your like chance for some sort of free serotonin. It's the King's English now. Happy for it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, serotonin. Or the other one, you know, the magic dopamine, the happy one, whichever one it is. I need the serotonin. Exactly. And that's why you do live streaming, because it's basically getting to just talk into a void that can't argue with you for like 2 hours. I mean, you can technically, like the hands could start an argument saying, I think you're a smelly Cornwall man and I disagree with you, I don't like your tone, and I just have to go along with that. Go, that's fine, I respect your opinion. Dope, a meme. Of course, the hands has to be the straw. You've just been typecast as villain now, haven't you? It's not. If you can object to that as well if you want to. You don't have to take anything. It's 2023 now. We're in a whole new era. Stephen hasn't live streamed for 60 years. You can't say that. It's 2019. Dopamine. Serotonin and dopamine I get from talking to you and the group, watching streams and having fun. I'm glad you do, because I do enjoy. Like, I don't know, like, I will say this, like Bryn's like birthday, like PSO2 thing was actually just like a more not necessarily, even though the PSO2 was surprisingly actually quite a fun looking game. The it was just banter. I just thought it was actually quite fun. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to read your lore. Alkanost is a standard ice giant with a methane ammonia atmosphere. It has an unusually strong magnetic field, which is occasionally useful when ships need to discharge their discharge. Awful word. You can't say that. It's 2019. Has caught me in an elaborate trap where he typecast me as an argumentative villain to goad me into acting like an argumentative villain. I know. You've been trapped there. Caught you in the classic typecast blunder. Right.
Launching probe.
More banter to, yeah, it's true. It is a John PSO2. Right, hang on, let's.
Launching probe.
Palladium is just a poor man's potassium. Simply put, we're running out of palladium. No palladium, no Normandy. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. We need to go find some more potassium. It's just a poor man's bootlegium. Dump their loads into the gas giant Chan. I discharge you from your position. Had violent discharge from my arse. He was discharged from the military. I'm glad you've given me an example of all the uses of discharge.
Launching probe.
Ceaseless discharge.
Probe launched.
The boss that's either like the hardest boss in the game or the easiest if you can smack his claw hand away. Uwu. A load of words of European origin. Uwu. Gamaean is a hydrogen helium gas giant with 6 large icy moons. The outermost one, Gigula, is of note for a well-preserved wreckage of an ancient starship that was recovered by a Turian military surveyor. Little information has been released to the public on the vessel, aside from a scholarly paper. Fucking hell. I'm off stream. I'm gonna be like saying that word to myself forever. Regarding how the internal layout suggests a horizontally oriented race. So basically people wanking on all fours. European origin. Stinky fart planet. And I read all that and it weren't even worth scanning. It's literally just a shit. It's just a fart planet. Your casual uwu is just beautiful. Not like me and Bryn with our anime uwu. Bannock is a large super-terrestrial hothouse with a crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere. A high average density of over 7 grams per cubic centimetre indicates that Bannock is a mineralogical treasure trove. Alright, John Thesaurus, calm down. If only there was some way to safely reach its seas of molten metal and loads of radioactives. The planet's mass is so great that trace amounts of helium and molecular hydrogen can be found in the atmosphere. It's got a surface temperature of 599 Celsius. Can we scan? Oh, we can scan it though. If only there was some way. There is a bloody way. It's called probing it.
Probe away.
Like, this is brilliant, you know. Like, this is great, but I really need more element zero. I'm really not lacking in potassium, platinum, or iridium.
Launched.
What's your favourite planet to mine?
Away. Probe away.
I've got to agree, this planet does just kind of remind me of... It's like someone has just cut a stake into a fucking sphere. Sphere. Which then just becomes a walrus. And then a hairier one.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Or brain. Just a big squelchy brain.
launched. Launching probe.
I've got to be honest, Brain Planet seems like some kind of John anime thing that Bryn would go on about.
Probe away. Probe launched.
I was stripping the meat planet of all its vital juices now. What about the brains from Futurama?
Probe launched.
Oh. Went from moderate to depleted. I'm upset no one translated my Dutch to see where it said. I am being a live streamer. I'm a professional streamer now. As you can tell, I'm streaming in double the bit rate now. Professionals have standards. Right, let's go. The problem is, I want to go over there, but it also says help Jacob over there. And I'd rather not, to be honest. I don't even like the idea of being anywhere near somewhere to help him out. That's just that mission with him and his absolutely awful dad, isn't it? I think that's the one where you meet his dad, who's voiced by I think he's voiced by Lee from The Walking Dead. Jacob can rot. Yeah, it's Jacob, and his old man is voiced by fucking Lee Everett or whatever he's called. I don't know the actor's actual name, but I know that for some reason he's in basically any Vimeo game in 2010. He's in this. He's in New Vegas. It was Jed Masterson, wasn't it? My name is Jed Masterson. That's what it's.
I have detected an anomaly.
No, we're leaving.
I have detected an anomaly.
Pack your things. We're leaving. Anyone seen the D&D movie that's out? I didn't know there was a D&D movie. That was ominous. Yeah, I've got to be honest. I wasn't prepared to do any actual questing on this mining stream. Like, I've still got... There's still a whole, like, hour and 10 minutes or so of your time that I need for mining the galaxy. So we will not be helping Jacob's dad out. Or no, you don't help him out. I think you shoot him because he's evil, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, son. It was Cerberus who did this." I don't know. Some bollocks like that.
Away.
You could highly recommend it.
Probe away.
Okay, I don't know, like, how does it work? Is it like, are you actually seeing people play the ball, like, are they like gathered around a table and then like, are they adding like film elements to what they're sort of saying, or is it just like the actual world of, like, so again, like, I've got to be honest, if it's like that, I could sort of see. If it's actually just like a John fantasy world that's been done, I don't know. I'm sure it could be good. I'm sure it could be, but I wouldn't want it to be too John generic fantasy. Which I know to most people in this chat, the normal people of this chat, they don't actually have a problem with.
Probe launched.
Mario was ace. So I've actually heard. Like, I have heard a few people. Like, I know a few of the critics of, like, not to label an entire industry of people as the critics, but
Launching probe.
a lot of critics seem to not like it, but a lot of like fan things say that they really loved it. So I don't know, which seems to be the case of everything.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
I don't know. Saying that, Lily, you also like the Mario film that Bob Hoskins himself absolutely despised working on.
Probe away.
Or that's at least, you know, what I've heard about it. Oh, a morsel of EZO for my collection. I don't think I read your lore, did I? I've got to go back and read. Oh my god, it's got a scroll. Oh. Laban was a desert world before it was stripped of anything worthwhile on it, with sea upon sea of scorching hot iron oxide wearing away marbleized cliffs. Its atmosphere is thick and layered with significant levels of oxygen trapped under an upper helium layer. Initially, surveyors detected traces of iridium from orbit, only to find a surprising archaeological discovery. The iridium came from bunkers on the surface, blown apart by a dreadnought-class weapon. The logical conclusion was that the civilization on Joab had reached Laban, and its outposts here were destroyed to make their extermination complete. I love the Super Mario Bros. Movie of Hoskins and Leguizamo. Yeah, but that's just because you find Luigi attractive in that film. No, there was nothing else said. I'm actually caught up, and I find Mario attractive. I guess Bob Hoskins had a bit of a sort of bit of a daddy appeal to him, didn't he? A small gas giant, Mizraim, is primarily hydrogen and methane around a rocky core. There is no remaining trace of the civilization from Joab on Mizraim itself, but debris orbiting the planet indicates that artificial satellites were once in place before being destroyed. Rocky core, never seen it. Yes, I enjoy it, but I do enjoy. Okay, so you do also enjoy the film, and not just for John Eye Candy. I think he was in the news recently for moaning about the casting of the new Mario film. I don't know if that was clickbait or not.
Probe launched.
I said John Eye Candy, not John Candy. Isn't in that film.
Probe away.
Lily, I was making a joke about how Oda was attracted to the Luigi actor whose last name I cannot pronounce, and I'm aware John Candy was definitely not on the news recently. Unless he's gone walkies and climbed out of the ground, I don't think John Candy has been on the news recently. No, he is not.
Probe away.
Leguizamo. That feels like you're fucking pulling me legs, telling me to pronounce it like that.
Launching probe. Probe away.
We're stopping the mining for a second. You've actually done it to me now. Oh my god, his first name is actually John. Well, that's one of me fucking anxieties solved, then, isn't it? He's actually called John Leguizamo. Because I was going to say, oh, it's that John Leguizamo bloke, but no, it's... Yeah, he was on the news recently moaning about like the casting of Luigi being like racially insensitive, according to my Twitter recommended feed, apparently, which could be lying to me. But yeah, boycott Super Mario movie over casting. That boycott worked out well. They could have included a Latin character. I was groundbreaking, and then they stopped the groundbreaking. They messed up the inclusion. They disincluded. We're 20%. Just cast some Latin folk. We're 20% of the population, the largest people of colour group, and we are underrepresented. Underrepresented. I shouldn't have a tongue, should I? When asked if he'd be watching the movie, Leguizamo answered, "Hell no," and that's apparently the end of that. That was harder than anything I had to do in Sekiro. What? Just that entire 5 minutes? Just that entire 5 minute stretch of not knowing how to pronounce a man's name? That's not the kind of thing where like Mrs. Puff would move boating schools to get away from that. I thought it was going to be about not hiring real Italians. That's actually what I thought it was going to be. I actually was very convinced it was going to be about that. And Bob Hoskins was... John, you're from Colombia. You're not even an Italian. And Bob Hoskins was British. Maybe he thinks that's what the Mario brothers are? I don't know. Oh, I'm wasting fuel. Selene, a mid-sized hydrogen-helium gas giant. Selene has an automated helium-free refueling station, indicating that this remote system was once inhabited. Its distance from the mass relay and archaic design of the fuel station suggests this system was mapped by someone who did not go through the relay but discovered it in independent FTL exploration. Selene is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not normally form. For this reason, Selene is believed to be an extrasolar capture.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
Wario was originally German, which is so funny to think they thought Germany was the opposite of Italy. Actually, hang on, no. What the fuck was that transmission then? Because the Help Jacob mission is over here. Yet there was a planet that I scanned and it was like anomaly detected and it was like loads of creepy noises. This is just when you stop caring about planets, isn't it? 2175 AR2. Still formerly unnamed, this planet is a hydrogen helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. They thought Germany was... I sent you a poster. Fuck's sake. WrestleMania goes to Mars. And then when the Minutemen have still... Minutemen. You're finished. How you doing, Phil? How are you doing, son? That information is not wrong.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
Okay. Have they honestly just thought of like getting a cable and tying the fuel depot to the ship that you're flying so that you can just keep having infinite fuel? Because look, it clearly doesn't have a limit. You can just keep buying fuel. So why don't they think of this? Like, you can just keep going, hit the limit, and then just pump more cash into it, and then you can just keep flying forever in space. You don't even need the mass relay. Just tow cable one of these around. It's like having a caravan as a battery. I'm well, even though I've been stuck doing Instacart orders with my mum. I'm going to be totally honest with you, Philip. I have no idea what Instacart is. It's probably something really obvious that everyone uses. Tail or fail is a typical hydrogen helium gas giant. Its complex system of rings is unstable, dating back only a few million years. They are thought to be the shattered remains of a comet. Update. I decided against clowning up. I don't have the right makeup sponge and I'm kind of tired. We clowned out.
Probe away. Launching probe.
It's a thing where you go shopping for people and deliver their groceries. That's fair. If that is a thing here, I'm not entirely... I don't know, usually we just have, like... the actual, I don't know, like, supermarket as a delivery service. Like, I don't know, like a Tesco van. Though I did find a new content creator on TikTok, Obsesso. I did see, but I was also getting ready to stream, which I have not done in an amount of days. Because I was doing something that I actually think most people should try and do. It's not the healthiest thing, or are you? Okay, no, let's not fence it. I think it's a pretty healthy thing to do for me. I don't. I've seen too many like videos about YouTubers who are like, oh, this isn't a good thing, but it's also not a bad thing. It's like, no, just say if you think it's a good thing or a bad fucking thing. Don't fucking fence it. No, I think it's a good thing to just have a week where you just try to not look at your phone for as long as possible, but not for just a week, and just go, I'm going to take a sabbatical from interacting with people. The more extroverted people in the chat probably won't understand that at all, but I just think, for me, I just get to a point of the year where recharging a little bit is quite, I know it's quite a handy thing to do. The hardest thing though is that when you stop, you then have to kind of get used to like what you were doing before, and now I'm like how you were like, I don't know.
Probe launched.
And how you were what's the word, like the hardest thing I think is to essentially you're not, but you feel mentally like you're sort of reintroducing yourself to people. And then, like again, like yesterday doing that, I was like quite agitated. So I was like, oh, and it's not anything it's just like when you do the reintroduction bit of like, okay, I've taken this break. Let's try and get back to doing what I used to do. Get past the initial aggravation, and then everything's rosy again. It's a weird process. It's a good, honestly, mate, it's a good thing to try. I actually enjoy stuff so much more when I leave my phone somewhere away. Yeah, like, I mean, I already like don't like, but for that week though, like it was basically just PC, but just social media, like interacting in general. But yeah, if I'm like playing a game or something, just get that phone, just toss it away, because it's like, no, I don't want to look at my phone. I want to enjoy something. Hello, Brockman. It's nice to see you. It's the same as anything you try to quit. Distance. Yeah, I think it can also be. It's. Hang on. Sorry, I'm readjusting to. Hopefully, I haven't knocked any fucking internet cables free. Also, hello again, Dr. Brockman. I hope you're doing okay. It's that thing of. It's kind of like if you're like a wrestling fan or a fan of like most things, it's that thing of how can I miss you if you don't fuck off. A little bit of that, and a little bit of just general social sort of overstimulation of just being like, my brain can't keep up with it, and a little bit of like, how can I miss and enjoy and look forward to something if it doesn't fuck off? And the best way to do that, rather than go type to every single human being you know and go, I'm sorry, can you fuck off for a while? I will be the one who fucks off for a week. I don't even know why I'm explaining this. I don't actually know why I think it's just, you get me. I'm sure I'm in good company in sort of regards to that. The more extroverted people in this chat. Oh yeah, all of those. Making it a little harder to get chocolate. Yeah. yeah, just having something that's not particularly always the best for you, a little bit out of sight and out of mind. As you say, yeah, exactly. Like sometimes you just need to have something away from you so that when you go back to it, you can kind of enjoy it again. Because like mentally, it gets to a point where you do get exhausted of things like that, like having to keep up sort of appearances, interact. Yeah. Oh. All the extroverts watching an RSG Sam stream on a first day even. Yeah. All the extroverts watching someone mine planets in a 13-year-old Vimeo game. There's about 600 fucking missions over here. Why does this planet get to be so much more detailed than all the other planets? It will alert the libertarians to your like. I knew you were gonna say something like that, but it's this game is the libertarian age. Let's start using web version on phone. That is actually what I do for Twitter and Facebook. I don't have the app versions installed because I like to try and go, let's make sure you're actually going to want to go on there and you're not just going to doom scroll and just, because when I had the Twitter app, I would just fucking sit there and just go just all fucking day just on this fucking thing going like, oh wow, I wonder what's happening. Oh no, that's fucking terrible. It's a waste of fucking time. It doesn't really come. It doesn't come like the only I think a good social media can be Instagram because I think it's one that doesn't require much brain power. You kind of just go on there and look at like a video of someone like I don't know, like squishing some sort of satisfying thing or feeding their cat. It's like just. You kind of just go on there to go, oh, that's a cute thing, and then you turn it off after like 2 minutes. And deactivating alerts. Don't have alerts. While not a classical hothouse world like Venus, Beregale is scarcely more hospitable. In addition to being closest to the star Tassile. Fuck off! Stop throwing in all these E's. Tassale, Tassile, Tassali, Big Sal. Its core contains many radioactives and other heavy elements. These increase the heat of the planets and drive volcanism. Planet X. Beregale's crust is too rigid for plate tectonics to function, and the planet will go through cycles in which the pressure builds to a massive supervolcanic eruption. These spew ejecta. Oh, that sounds spunky. Over thousands of kilometers, leave caldera 100 kilometers across, and spew enough molten material to repave entire continents. The last such event was 812,000 years ago. The current rate of outgassing from the volcanic hotspots suggests another will occur within the next 10 millennia. God, they really fucking went to town for this planet. Hang on, this planet is just the meat planet, but coloured purple.
Probe away.
It's cool, cunt. I can't TikTok. I installed it in 3 days, disappeared, and uninstalled it on the 4th day. YouTubers think carpet cleaning is relaxed. To be fair, like, cleaning videos can be quite satisfying to watch. Like, for me, it's more like my like watching people play like those like stim toys or like squishing something like again. Like sort of ASMR stuff, sort of white noise, you know, that can be.
Probe away.
This grape juice planet. I like painting videos. That's a decent one. The red lettuce planet. Yes, it is. It's fucking red lettuce. You're right.
Probe away.
Right. I am going to take a small little break, but I will be back momentarily. So I shall leave you with Stone. Oh, hello everyone. How are we doing? Back again. Back again after all this time. Documentaries on old disasters like train crashes, fires, earthquakes. I've got to be honest, like grisly true crime stuff I don't always find fun, but like stories about like missing persons, like documentaries about that I find super interesting. I just wish there was a bit more where they found the person and it turned out that he just accidentally went to like the wrong shop, left his like phone and keys at home by mistake. I wish so many of them didn't end up in such creepy ways.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
Podcasts is another good one. Not one I do that much personally, but like I know that funnily enough, basically every person I know will like either use like I don't know, like listen to our streams that we do back and just have them playing in the background, or at least everyone I know knows about this channel anyway. I'm not going to say like, oh, even me dog's watching Red Scott Gaming. I am here. Hello, Bryn. You're late. I'm not paying for those.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
I'm doing fine, Bryn. How are you doing, mate? Are you doing Are you doing all right? I'm currently just mining what Phil described as the red cabbage planet. Red lettuce. Fucking hell, not red cabbage. That sounds like a disease. This is where it turns out red cabbage does actually exist. I think red cabbage and red lettuce both do exist and are this colour. It's purple and turns blue.
Launching probe.
Oh, I love it when it goes from moderate to depleted. You know you've hit the vein perfectly. You have snapshot. I've been using the face cam for ages, Brendan. No, I know. I think you're talking about the planet, aren't you? You've seen something. Oof. Oh look, it's the planet that looks like the Carnage symbiote. Ponulus, a fairly typical Venusian hothouse. Ponulus seems almost tame compared to the violent volcanic outbursts of the inner world. Berigale. I'm not doing this one again. In contrast, Ponulus is nearly inert, with no active volcanoes or plate tectonics. The most dramatic event in the last million years was the foundering of the Asari Aerostat research platform, Alviasic, in 2092, which fell after being holed by an improbably unlucky meteor. Most of the crew successfully reached escape capsules, but 6 were lost. The crushed wreck of the platform now lies on the Creocyte Plain in the southern hemisphere. That looks like a meatball that fell out the pan and rolled under the... Yeah, and it's got all dirty. And the shine it has to it kind of looks like
Probe launched.
you know when you change the material of an outfit in like the 2K games, it's kind of got that sheen to it.
Launching probe. Probe away.
You can enthuse all about your wrestling. Don't worry. I know you've worked fairly hard on it. Yeah, I think the biggest annoyance of the 2K creation suite is that the materials for arenas in 2K19 you used to be able to apply to the wrestlers as well, so you could have like a rust pattern on like a pair of tights and that would always look really good. But now they've made it so you absolutely can't use it for the creative wrestlers, even though those textures and those patterns are still in the game. But it's like really silly because it's like, why can't I give, like, if I want to, why can't I give like my character like crocodile scales as like a texture for like the gloves or something like that? It's a weird restriction. Yeah, it has got some weird restrictions.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away.
Perfect. So, Bryn, what we're doing is essentially we're doing the mining stream, and if a planet gets reduced to poor, we leave it. If it gets reduced to depleted, we leave it. But if it so like we're not going to try and get a planet from poor to depleted. Like that's just taking the piss. But like, you know, if we can get it to depleted from like moderate, then that's brilliant. Leaving poor planets wastrel. It's like I don't know when when you're like I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna alienate at least one vegetarian, but like when you're having like a bit of chicken and you get like a bit of a gristly tough bit and you go, ugh. Like no one's gonna care if you leave that bit on the plate. I can relate. I used to eat meat before 2020. I understand. So, Lily, I thought you'd been. I thought it was like 2018 that you've been like veggie since. I don't know. Destroy food, eat good planets. Galon is surrounded by an extensive ring system. The inner rings. So what the fuck is that noise? I can hear like something going. The inner rings are composed pulverized nano-manufactured carbon materials, thought to be the remains of an Arfeni helium-free mining infrastructure. The few pieces of large debris found indicate a materials technology at least equal to the current galactic state-of-the-art. The outer rings consist of water, ice, silicate dust, and the odd bit of rock. Stone. Why have I got Max Stone on the brain today? Analysis of the debris often show shock damage and evidence of rapid heating. Some parahistorical theorists insist that the outer rings represent debris from a moon or moons destroyed by mass accelerator bombardment. This has been rejected by every reputable xenoarchaeologist. While it is theoretically possible to destroy a small moon utterly with dreadnought bombardment, no species sees a compelling reason to do so. Galon looks like Mars. It was only sweets, pepperoni pizza and the occasional KFC. God, I haven't had KFC in fucking ages. Imagine the elusive man, but it's the Cro-Magnon Vault Overseer. Shepard, I need you to go find us another controller chip. And a packet of cigarettes if you can get some. You're the only hope my addiction has.
Probe away.
Throat still hurts from fucking having like the flu or whatever it is. So it's like I don't want to fucking dive into proper disgusting get off the jet overseer voice.
Launching probe.
Forgot what the first planet was called.
Shepard, I need you to find a new collector's ship. I think Harmony is a good place to start.
There we go, that's the overseer voice.
Simply put, we're running out of Galon resources. No resources, no Normandy. Yeah. Self-test is green, and it's working, and it looks like we have a winner! You've done it. You've saved us all.
A common methane ammonia gas giant, Zetic is best known for the infamous Cal-4 camp, established on the ice moon of Geesis. That sounds like that thing that was like the Justin Wang video, that like game that didn't I don't know. Cal-4 was a Blue Suns hostile environment training facility run by a cadre of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operators. In 2168, a cluster-wide scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of recruits sent to the camp might be as high as 18%. It's the kind of shit we beat up nerds for in high school. That's the thing that needs a Duke Nukem voice, isn't it? Investigation by Asari authorities based on Ilium uncovered group graves around the facility containing the remains of several hundred recruits dating back 2 decades. The camp was immediately closed and the remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Blue Suns found the Batarian commandos had used harsh, mean words, but these were consistent with their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated, though Cal-4 was shut down, and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of council law, no civil charges could be filed against the Blue Suns. And now for the weather report of John Leguizamo. Why exactly do the Asari care for Batarians? Yeah, why would they get? They know that they're a bunch of arseholes anyway, so.
Launching probe.
You can't do that, that's the Krogan's gimmick. Why do they hate Bavarians so? The Batarians are fucking doing the boxcars. What have you gone against us?
Launching probe.
Now, this is all great and all, but I am lacking a disturbing amount of EZO. And I've been mining for 2 hours now. Approaching 2 hours. Batarians be like, man, I hate those fucking Batarians. I don't know, they're fun to play as in Mass Effect 3 co-op, which is something I definitely, and I'll state this long in advance, but like I do, and I'm not going to ask anyone to get it because you have to put yourself through such a pain in the arse. But if anyone wants to, I would be more than happy to stream like us playing like Mass Effect 3's like co-op mode, because I fucking love playing that, and I would have any excuse in the world to play it and not have to do it on my own, because that's really fucking sad. But I love that multiplayer mode. It's one of my favourite multiplayer modes of any game.
Probe away.
I'm gonna go to Zetic to pick up some Batarian cream. I'm down to get Mass Effect 3. No, this is the thing that makes it a pain in the arse, and why, if this was to happen, it would have to be organised in advance, because basically... Okay. You would have to get Mass Effect 3, not Legendary Edition, free on its own. And I don't even know if you can buy it on its own anymore on EA Play. I'm sure you can, but I don't know. And then you have to buy that, and then we have to figure out. Then I have to remember the awkward fucking method of, like, okay, to play the game. Sorry, hang on a second. To play the game, you need to have matching DLC. Like, whatever DLC you have active has to be the same as people you are joining. So if one person has forgot to download, like, the multiplayer map pack, it means that, which is free, but it obviously does take time to download. If someone's forgotten that, and even if you try and play, like, a base map, as far as I know, you just can't join. Their game will never show up for you. So it's a bit of a pain to set up. But if we get it set up, it's a fun time. Find the game, yeah, basically, yeah. In the bargain bit, yeah, but like the PC version, I don't even know if this game was sold on like disc for PC. And if you could, that would be brilliant. I miss installing PC games with discs. So do I. Like, the last game I got on disc, I think, what was it? I think it may have been fucking Titanfall. I don't even know why it was brought for me, because there was no way it could be played on my fucking laptop at the time. But I feel like I've missed out, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like that could have been a fun game to play. It always looked quite fun. Please insert disc free, like crack to me. Wheeler is a sizable rock planet. Its atmosphere is a hostile mix of hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which poses little hazard to remote robo-mining. Fucking robo-mining. Modern equipment can easily tolerate the planet's temperatures and gravity. Wheeler's crust is rich in bauxite and other light metals used in fabricators the galaxy over.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Wheeler Utah.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away.
Oh. Okay, everyone. I think that is me done for today. I've done an amount of mining. I still don't know what the next actual stream game is going to be, but you've gained many minerals. I hope we've all enjoyed that. I hope we've all had a good time with it. Thank you all for turning up for this. You know, this was again quite difficult because it's like obviously getting back into the swing of it after both not looking at anything basically for a week, and you know, not streaming for a week. So it was very weird to do this again, but it's been fun. I have having something stressful next, like Dance Revolution. A good chill banter stream. Right. Take care, everyone, and have a good night. Store.